Hello, I'm Michelle Heitzinger, and I'm the Executive Director of Susan G. Komen, South Central Wisconsin. I found Susan G. Komen as a way to deal with my mom's death to breast cancer. I was a volunteer for the first 10 years of the organization, and I have been the Executive Director for the last 9, going on 10, as we approach our 20th year here in the South Central Wisconsin area. We help women and individuals who may not have a medical home, who may not have insurance, who may not have enough insurance for this disease, and we make sure that you have access to care and services.
My name is Sarah Ripp, and I'm a 29-year-old breast cancer survivor. I was diagnosed June 5th of 2015. I got a phone call, and they said on the other end of the phone that there were cancerous cells that were concerning. And I really couldn't tell you what else they said because all I heard was cancer. I was out of work for 6 weeks when I had my mastectomy, and Susan G. Komen helped me pay daycare for my kids to keep them in daycare and their routine normal while I recovered from surgery.
My name is Zulma Limas. I'm a cancer survivor. I'm from Mexico, and I live here in Madison for 16 years. They found a lump and the right breast, but they say I need a mammogram. The doctor told me I don't qualify for mammogram for my age. Wisconsin Well Woman Program helped me pay for my ultrasound, mammogram, and biopsy.
I found I had breast cancer about 10 o'clock in the morning, and that afternoon was my appointment to meet with my surgeon for the plan of care. Having the patient navigator through UW Health helped me tremendously because she was there for me just a phone call away. Without the patient navigator, it would have been scary just not knowing what was going to happen or what to expect at appointments or what, breast cancer meant and all the different treatments that you have to go through.
We've had a grant with Susan G. Komen for about 5.5 years now, and our director had met with someone who was part of the board and said, you guys do so much work with the Latino community here in Dane County, and there are no services in Spanish related to breast cancer. You guys should do something.
I think it's very important to reach our community in their native language. We were able to clarify a few of the myths in the community, and also we provided them with the resources available in the community in terms of detecting.
Because we have a grant for the Susan G. Komen, and we want to empower the community with this grant. We are creating a group, a dynamic group who can talk about themselves. It's very hard to listen sometimes and not to have the ways to fix stuff, but at least they have the support of each other.
This money that's donated here, most of it stays in our community. So Komen does a good job of seeing what the needs are in the community and making sure that they can fund those needs right here in Madison and in Dane County.
For the Komen Treatment Access Fund, there really is 2 parts to the program. One part is for younger women who have current breast concerns so that they can get the screening and diagnostic tests that they need. The other part of the Komen Treatment Access Fund is related to women who already have a breast cancer diagnosis. We do a thorough needs assessment with each referral that we get. Some women might need temporary assistance with rent. Other women might need gas cards to get back and forth to treatment. Oftentimes we have women crying on the phone just because they're so relieved. They don't know where that next rent, look, I get goosebumps. They don't know where that next rent payment is going to come from. It's a really important message to get across that when people donate to Komen, those funds are going directly to women right here in our community.
The Wisconsin Well Woman program is not exclusive to breast cancer survivors. We work with women who need breast screenings or who have breast issues, and they may not have insurance to get that covered, so they might have a breast concern but not necessarily have a breast cancer diagnosis or a history of breast cancer. We used to get calls from women all the time asking for assistance or help, and we realized that there was this huge gap, that we couldn't help these women that were in treatment for breast cancer. So, we brainstormed and we wrote a grant, and it wasn't a whole lot of money, and they funded it at 100%, and then each year it's grown, and each year they funded it at 100%. We partner with local providers. I feel like without Komen, there would not be a treatment access fund.
Susan G. Komen remains a very important nonprofit group that helps fund an immense amount of support for patients in communities. But over the years, we've discovered that the most important thing we can provide our patients are people who understand the system, the community, the process for getting cancer care, and those people are our navigators. We cannot live without our patient navigators.
The grant funds from Susan G. Komen allow us navigators to support patients in so many different ways. A lot of patients come in and have financial needs, whether it's from not having insurance or being underinsured. Also, we help patients find ways to pay rent and pay their bills while they're in treatment and unable to work. And navigators also provide patients with emotional support. We have the time to make those long-term connections and just be there for patients.
I can't emphasize enough how much Komen can do to support our local community, and it's important to keep giving to nonprofits such as the Komen Foundation.
Funding in the community helps individuals like Natasha, who was off work for several months recovering from her breast cancer surgeries. She and her husband's 2 young daughters needed to stay in daycare to keep some normalcy in the family and give Natasha the time she needed to recover. The funding helped Sarah, another young mom who was off work for several months recovering from her double mastectomy and needed help with everyday living expenses until she was able to return to work. The funding helped Zulma, who needed her information delivered in her first language, Spanish, and she was able to get that through Komen funding.
Because of you.
Because of you.
Because of you, I understood what was happening to me.
I had a patient navigator.
Because of you, my mind was more at ease while I recovered from surgery.
Because of you,
I was able to recover at home.
Because of you, we are here.